Hey, how's it going tonight, guys? Homesteader here. Tonight we're going to be doing a video on how to freeze squash. There's two ways we can do it. We can either blanch or we can do unblanched. I do the unblanched because I typically don't keep my squash in the freezer for longer than 6 months. We usually end up eating it faster than that. And the reason that we blanch in the first place is not for food safety or bacterial reasons. It's to preserve the the color and the texture of the food. But under 6 months, I haven't ever been able to tell a difference. So I don't do it, like I said, if I'm not going to store for a long period of time. Now, having said that, if you do plan on storing for over 6 months, I do recommend the blanching to help preserve it. It's very simple to do. Squash, if it's medallioned up, it's going to be 3 minutes in boiling water, and then into some ice water, let it cool, put it on a cookie sheet, stick it in the freezer, let it freeze, and then put it in some sort of Ziploc baggie. The only thing we're going to do tonight is we're just going to take out that boiling water part because this is easier for short-term storage. So what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that our squash has been well washed, hands are washed, and all of our utensils that we're going to use are nice and clean. These were all picked today out of the garden, and we have a lot of squash in the fridge, and these need to get frozen. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to chop the ends off, and then we're going to cut these up into medallions, and we'll pick you guys up from there. Alright, so we went ahead and cut up some of these. You can see here, ooh, don't they look so good? Love squash, one of my favorite foods. So what we're going to do is we're just going to set these out on this cookie sheet, about so they're all touching. And what this will help us to do is this will help them to freeze and not stick to each other. You could just go from here and throw them in a bag and throw them in the freezer and be done with them. I know a lot of people that do that, and I don't have anything against it. I just like to have them. I like to freeze them individual for some reason. So we just put these on this cookie sheet just like this, and then we stick this in the freezer, and it should freeze probably within a couple hours. The peas usually freeze pretty quick. I like to go ahead and leave them in there overnight sometimes, but they do usually end up freezing pretty quick. And then after that, we'll throw them in a Ziploc baggie. We'll put them in the freezer and then pull them out when we need to eat them. So we go finish putting these on here, and I'll stick this in the freezer, and I'll get some ones we already got going out, and we'll pick you guys up from there. Alright, so there we are a few hours later, and these have all gotten really nice, really frozen solid. So what we're going to do is we're going to get our spatula, take our spatula here, just work them off, and you can see they stick a lot because they're soaking wet, right? It's a vegetable. Right off. And then from there, get a Ziploc baggie. Just going to go ahead and dump these little chips right in the bag. And that way we got all of our nice, fresh, organic, homegrown squash. We got it stored for a reasonable amount of time. We'll pull this out and make some casseroles or just about anything you're going to use your squash with. Especially, good cooked squash. Maybe a little bit of salt and pepper and some olive oil on a grill. And there you have it. Very simple way to freeze squash. Now we're just going to put this in the freezer. I'll go ahead and write the date on it. That way I know. But this will usually get eaten pretty quick at my house. We really like the squash, and we go through it fast. So that's it. How to freeze squash, kind of an easy way. If you guys got any questions or anything, let me know. Thanks for watching.